Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airwaves on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of... Sorry, I'm still moving things around. The Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. The Big Stompy Robots line of books and games, because gaming should be cheap, it should be fun, and should blow more stuff up. And, of course, this holiday season, Haints in Hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Good morning, Nevermorians. It is a freezing Friday, but it is a Friday nonetheless. Today we have a lot to do, and the vast majority of it has been tied to keeping warm. It does make for an interesting night. We were not cold by any means. However, Xander wasn't feeling terribly well again, nor were Amanda, so they both had a bit of a fever. I made sure they were all thickly covered in blankets and warm and taken care of, as is the norm. My accountability for yesterday, aside from the final prep I was up to getting done, was mixed. I spent a good deal of time just sitting with Xander playing Minecraft, to be honest, as he was anxious, and it was needed. we also, I also did a live stream for Nick Knows Nerf that I gathered, and I talked about what Dart Zone is doing right, and cracked open a couple new blasters I'm going to do full reviews on later. Spoilers, I threw batteries, since I could find a screwdriver after the stream, uh, into the Vector Pro, and it's an absolute laser. It's insane. Love it. But likewise, the hamster. Very good. But you'll get full details on that later. Today, I would love to stay ensconced and warm and comfortable. However, my services are going to be required later this afternoon, being of aid to my brother. And I am keeping my mind off the fact that my mother is getting something akin to a pacemaker, a device called a Watchman, to affect her heart rate, as it's been kind of running rampant for a while now. And hopefully it will get her off some meds and make her life significantly better. That's going on literally right now. But I can't do any good sitting there. So I am doing good here. And that means I'm going to try to keep at least a few people happy, a little bit of light in these smoldering times, and keep the Southern home fires burning for the Tockert clan, because that's what mom wants me to do. So, taking care of business. My agenda, aside from making the run with Ricky, is running through a good bit of the. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Just got to recalibrate. I'm going to be running through a good bit of Hanson Hellfire some more. I need to do a reevaluate on several of my documents to see how close they are to completion, because I would love to get something out by the end of this year. I was very optimistic at the beginning of this year, and I had some things slow me down. So I'd really like to get some things out. Beyond that, we are headed toward Christmas, and I hope that the better parts of the season infect and affect all of you. I hope that you find small points of light and joy and warmth in this frigid cold, and are able to rejoice in the things that matter. Family, be it blood or those that we pick up along the way, our friends, the folks who adopt us when we are wandering strays in this world, and the strays we adopt. I'm hoping one or two of mine are in the chat. It's a funny time. I'm hoping to get some lights up, do some other things to make it a little more festive, possibly just around here. And I have to pick up an object as part of my helping Ricky that I will have to store somewhere, both here and out of camera sight. So we'll see. But that's okay too. It means I've got some plans. It means things are going forward. The holidays are a wonderful time, but they can be mixed. And it varies year to year, season to season, moment to moment. But I think we have a responsibility to, whenever possible, work toward the joys we find in life. Sometimes it feels like we have to steal that to offscound with a little extra merriment. But I think it's worth it. And the best part of the holidays, excluding obviously my religious ties to what's celebrated now, yes, I know, uh, is there's something else that happens. There, and it happens this time of year. There is a quiet opening of hearts. There's a quiet opening of doors. And I find it usually happens around the solstice, um, because many holidays are not on the days that we arbitrarily pick because this uh, calendar program we use to run our world says so. But it's something else, it's something different. And buried in the time around the darkest night of the year and the primal urge to burrow down and cuddle up, find warmth we can, there is a spark of light. It is something, whether a natural occurrence or a human made operation, something special, something magical, in more ways than one, that can give hope when perhaps it's not found anywhere else. It can remind us, perhaps, to be the kind of people we wish we were, to be the kind of people that are maybe a touch better than life lets us be sometimes. And as we walk towards it, my friends, I hope we can use that. It's been a long year, an overwhelming year for those of us who follow current events best we can, uh, and one that has perhaps left me numb from impacts. And yet, we still move forward. We still reach down and create. We still strive against the forces of darkness and depression and oppression that seek to keep people from living the simple, happy lives that I think the vast majority of us truly want. And it's okay in times like this to feel small or overwhelmed or embattled. Because these are the times where, from the quietest, smallest corners, in the most unexpected of places, the greatest among us can rise. And people can reach out and, through courage of their convictions, through creativity of their spirit, through sharpness of wit, and no small amount of luck, affect the most amazing of changes. Because this is the time of miracles, my friends. This is the season of magic, large and small, friendly and perhaps the not so friendly as well. Because while we gather in our places of warmth and family, we do so knowing that the wolf is always at the door. And that in different ways and in different places with names we'll never know, the greatest among us hold that line. And with that, the first commercial. Good morning further, my friends. We have a lot of commentary, and I am, of course, taking messages on my messenger and other factors, but I'm very interested in what you guys are up to. So let's go through your comments, and we'll see how we spend our hour or so, shall we? First through the door at 9:25 is Carl Witzman. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. How are you holding up? And Carl continues, everyone's fingers frozen. It's only 5 degrees here, but cheer up. It might get to 21 degrees Fahrenheit. It's supposed to, and this should, by my understanding, bring us back up to slightly more reasonable temperatures. I'll be honest, I don't do much when the weather hits like this. I tend, unless it is necessary to find a quiet place and burrow in, because my systems don't travel very well in extreme cold, and I just for obvious reasons I have to verify that my reflexive turning down of my messenger has been fixed, because I may, this is on call, but it's going to get better. We just have to navigate it. And happy Friday to all you working folks. Happy Friday to you. Now, folks, I'm going to have to run a commercial in a bit, and then I know what the next commercial will be. Barring disaster or absent-mindedness, because a couple days ago I read something off of my to-be-read list, which is Luck of the Irish by Donna Carleen. Lovely little volume. Read it in one sitting. Read it quickly. And being a well-traveled and at points in my life deeply immersed sci-fi fan, I found it delightfully familiar and warm and fuzzy and intensely nostalgic for the greatest of all space station stories. It took me on a trip as few things have, and it was truly, truly wonderful. And I've had people, I've recommended it to, ask for more. And I could only suggest the uh, um, inspirational material behind it, I suspect. Um, and it brings us to a good point. Guys, if you feel silly because you are tempted to write fan fiction, especially younger folks, don't write your fan fiction. Now, hear that period. Don't, period. Period. Don't feel silly. Write your fan fictions because it's still writing. And you can very often tweak it, change some names, change some ideas, and come up with something transformative and beautiful. There's nothing wrong with having a bit of literary training wheels to get you on your way. Of a mental motivation, a mental mobility aid, if you will. So I recommend folks read that book. It's a good time. I also hope it does inspire folks both to seek out certain sci-fis that happen to be among my favorites, and to bring us the ideas that live in your head. I am currently saddened whenever I read one of Donna Carlene's books to know that she is going through a long period of writer's block. Now, she has a volume of materials to keep us all occupied, but it's sort of like finding out that there was a period where Jim Croce stopped making songs because of his contract with the studio. Such things will always sadden me. Did everyone sleep in? I slept till 6:30, which is late for me. I got up at 8:30, which my sleep schedule's been all over the place. So we'll call it good. And Trelane is through the door. Good morning, Trey. How are you, my dear? I hope you are having a wonderful Monday. I hope you're feeling a good deal better. You had us kind of spooked there. And Trey, we might be the last two humans alive. With apologies to Trelana Bachman for implying that she may in fact be human. Hope you're well this chilly morning. And I'm good, cold you, pretending to work, but good. We're at a balmy 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Stay as comfy as you can. Yeah. And good morning, Dawn. Dawn is, of course, the mistress mind behind a great many things, including the traveling table, and that was supposed to be up, and the adventures of Buddy and Georgette. How are you doing, dear? Hey, Dawn, and surprise in your Skyland, and hey, everybody, happy Friday to the working people. There's Donna. Hey, Donna. We have a mysterious new Muncie player. Oh, I misspelled it last time I referred to Muncie. I apologize for that. Here in Dampville last few months. Today, he/she discovered Dawn's Church Muncie. Ooh, nice. Thank you. I saw that. Nice. Strip says hi. Accountability. Now, the puzzle stream, got to get my hours back up for Kit. Yes. I'm working towards a few things on Kick and Twitch as well. We're just hoping to move forward our broadcasting abilities. Appreciate everyone who stopped by, though, through any platform, though. Pinky wiggles, as always. And it looks like most of my people here I've got one on Twitch. Hello, Twitch viewer. And the rest over on the Nicholas Tockert YouTube channel, which is pretty groovy. And at that moment, someone popped up on the independent creator directory. Doing good to see that. You know, it would help Dawn. Oops, here comes Nick. Showtime. Yeah, but that takes charisma, and my charisma is lacking most days. Oh, stop it. Just stop it. If your energy is low, that's one thing, but your charisma is not lacking. You have a very clear ability to market and motivate. You have a game you and Carl and a bunch of other people are passionate about. Get off that little chair of yours and make the dang stream. Don't forget to like a chair, folks. Hey, Nick. Looks for charisma magnet. But Botrix has correctly joined the channel. And good morning, everyone. Good morning, Grim. How are you? I hope you're staying warm. Hey, Grim. Hey, Grim. Dawn, you don't charisma. You need to get your giggle on. That does it for us. That is charisma. Go. Hey, Grim. Okay, put the headphones back on. Huh. But even giggling takes energy. Then rest up ahead. Take the maintenance you need to do before, plan the maintenance after, and do it. And morbid vowel, that's a interesting bot name. That's fascinating to me. And hey, Foxy, how are you? Good morning. And there's Foxy. Foxy. Hey, Foxy, hope you're feeling better. Yes, IBS attacks, not fun. Oh, you poor thing. Hugs. Notified the doc having a flare with mini screech for help. We'll keep Miss Tockert in our thoughts. Thank you. The shirt. Nick, the shirt. Yes, I am wearing the shirt that was given to me. It's one of my warmer shirts. I have to be careful when I wear it because it does hold heat remarkably well. It makes a great mid-layer. Hugs to everyone that needs one. Indeed. Oof, that squeal. The car's going to bust a belt soon. Is my squeal more appealing? Yes, dear. Oh, yes. Doesn't break the ears hardly at all. Bad car noises, on the other hand, drive me crazy. Probably because my dad was a pretty good mechanic. Hardly at all. Sometimes it makes the dog twitch. Yeah, Nick, I'm going to show up at your door one day. Fump, fump, fump. Guess who's back? They're back again. Guess who's back? Phone a friend. Hatred knocks it upon your door. You open it and smile, letting it in, knowing happiness is already having tea at your table. Well, we all need a balance of all our emotions, the pleasant ones and the unpleasant. I do see hatred as the most irrelevant thing that one may have because hatred can be defined simply as holding a hot burning coal in your hand and hoping someone else feels the pain. And good morning, Angelina Becerra. Linky. See, I listened. But Angelina Becerra. Oh, it's such a good name. I'm gonna roll that one for a while. It's just so good. And good news, Lulu showed they owed me $40, but there was an issue and I put down the wrong PayPal. They helped me fix it. Yay! And Angelina. However you spell it, it makes her nonetheless more wonderful because a rose is by any other name. Now, nice, Carl. Unexpected payday. Surprise money, the best kind. And thank all of you. Today is actually payday for me, who are on the Historical Fencing Guild Patreon. It really is much appreciated. And thanks, Nick. I hope you enjoyed it. And you know what? I think other people will as well.
From the moment Security Chief Michael Fassino heard her lilting voice, he was smitten with the Irish lady in distress. But what's invaded his home station at Caladar? And what's that Irish voice doing in his head?
You can find all of Donna Carlene's books on Lulu.com. Find out more about her on the IndieCD page at indiecd.org.
Not me having a cookie break at all. No, wonderful book. Great time. Greatly enjoyed. Back to the comments, and we will see where we are. I guess they were paying me for some books and not others. Weird. I guess you can sort the money for each book to others. Interesting. My next fan fiction is Man from Uncle. Ooh. A little bit of intrigue. Spicy. And Fox says, I once made $100 in the winter just because I'd left it in my pocket of coat the year before. And Grim is discussing, I'm sorry, Foxy, something similar happened to me yesterday. Not so grand, though. David Tennant fan fiction. Oh, my. And nice one, Foxy. Of course, it totally broke. I was totally broke at the time, of course. Let's see. You get a strange feeling when you're about to leave a place, like you'll not only miss the person you love, but you'll miss the person you are at the time and place, because you'll never be this way ever again. Azar Nafisi reading Lolita in Tehran. And it is. And I have been through that. Many incarnations of myself have not died per se, but simply faded with the crossing of a literal and a metaphorical threshold. And they just became more ghosts to wander the halls of my mind late at night, to remind me of what was and who I was, and reflect on that as to who and what I am. That was Nick off then. My babies, and Grim, I've had that feeling before. It came in big when I retired. Ooh, Don got bopped? Oh my. Got that feeling when I moved 1,000 miles away from where I grew up too. I did. Bops take the coolest names. They really do. Got bopped and felt the same way after I moved. It can be scary moving away for sure. Yep. Glad I did the overall, but things like mom and dad's surgeries next week make it suck. I understand the feeling, dear. It was often worth it in the end. Yep. And hey, Angelina, didn't see you come in. And yeah, I know that worry with mom being sick and all. I'm sorry. You said it right, Nick. Awesome. You were worth me fighting my speech impediment for, dear lady. Hey, Aunt Donna. Band camp is today, too. Indeed it is. Thank you for playing the ad. Thank you for writing the book. Racist comment about band camp. Good job. You could find all of Donna's books on Lulu, and now that she will get paid correctly, Lamau. Good. Did I miss some that you already said something, Carl? Greetings, people of Earth. And Foxy says, you think I'm from Earth? No, but we know you have a celestial heavenly body. Sorry, you can't hand me a line like that and not expect an eyebrow waggle. Greetings. Oh, we did that. And also Foxy. See, there we go. Hello. Grant Lankard, how are you? Or should I better say, hello. LOL. Taking today off because I ended up getting sick last night. There is a nasty version of a norovirus going through. and it's hitting just about everybody. So take it easy, Grant. Stay hydrated. Hey, Grant, hope you're feeling better soon. Oh no, Grant, hope you feel better. Hi, Grant. Not the eyebrow wiggle. I'm allowed to do the eyebrow wiggle. You're an adult. Get over it. Feel better. Indeed. It's time. Oh, it is time, isn't it?
It's time to scan, that is the plan with Carl and Dawn. To catch a fawn or unicorn, we're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Adapting the proper way to drink from a jug. Jug, jug. Drink like a thug. Thug, thug. Anyway, nope. I was typing about Bandcamp, but you beat me to it. Good job. That's right. Breaking news. Dawn beat Carl. Great minds and all that. Or was it Foxy? Foxy might beat Carl too. Lots of beatings going on. I don't know what happened. I threw up and then felt better almost as soon as I did that, but I slept all night. That can happen. Chair. Sequel part's great and annoying. Hey, everybody on the list. Chair from Grim Chair. I did not sing this morning. Voice wasn't awake yet. Oh my gosh. My voice. So yesterday, my brain decided to take a song from my youth and fix it, as my brain often does. I'm not musically trained. I am of dubious musical talent. I can only dabble on a few instruments and a few songs from memory, but sheet music and I don't get along well, so musical vocabulary don't get along well because I don't think in vocabulary. Vocabulary always falls off, but concepts stick. However, my brain decided to take a song, and the song is called Voodoo by the band Godsmack, and decided it needed to be throat sung, at least partially, in this strange growling version that really required something that would be a cross between the Who, H-U, the throat singing, I want to say Mongolian group, and of rockers, and I believe the band is called Heilung, or Heilung, which is a German, very how do I put this? Metaphysically inclined band that sounds like the Romans' worst nightmares to be heard in the Germanic forests. I do not speak Mongolian. I do not speak German. much. I have a few phrases that come rattling around. But my friends, I didn't know how much I was singing along to this song thing in my head. And I actually almost lost my voice because possibly too much information. But as a gentleman of a certain age, you go through certain biological changes. Obviously, the gray that kicks up, and my voice will randomly crack and then drop to the bottom of the ground like I'm going through some type of second puberty. So every once in a while, I wake up with this, and I can't do it at will. No, that would be too easy and useful. This low rumbling that sounds more like the rest of my family. The thing is, that had engaged while my brain was deciding that this was the proper way for this song to go. And I was working on things and quietly tending to what I was doing, unaware I was subvocally growl singing. And again, I can't do it at will. I wish I could. But my voice is only now starting to recover. And it's a strange feeling. But yes, that was haunting me. And now my brain's thinking they need to have a Christmas album. This fictional band that lives in the back of my head that tends to take music and slow it down, drop the bass down low, and make it I'm looking for a word. Resonant. When the low hits and you feel the infrasound hit you. Yeah. Oh. And so that's where I am. With that cup, I thought Nick was pointing a Nerf gun at us. No. That could be arranged. I can come over here and grab this one because if I'm going to point one at you, it would be something, bright. Almost all my Nerf guns have the mandated orange barrel in. Didn't realize I still had batteries in that. Woohoo! I'm going to go shoot rival balls all over the house later. Anyway, but no, that's just my big old drink cannon. And look, I am hydrating. Oh. Speaking of guttural metal, you have my attention. Arch Enemy and their female lead singer have parted ways, and now they have a male singer. Methinks that's going to go like a lead balloon. Their big claim was the female lead singer. This was a second. Yes. Okay. I will have to confer with my musical historians. Hold on. One sec. I'm getting messages through. No, I wasn't hurt. On the side of my face, we'll see. If I get the lighting right, there we go. Right here. I got a message asking if I had been injured because my face is kind of puckered and I have these lines. No, I use what's called a BiPAP machine. I have severe obstructive sleep apnea. Largely from the number of times my face was damaged by assorted blows, as well as a few other injuries to my throat and, basically the works. It's all my internals are scrambled. But no, I have to wear a mask, and my machine alternates from like 19 psi to 21 and back, so that I can actually exhale in my sleep to keep me breathing at night. And the strap has to be very tight to keep the full mask on. I'm really supposed to trim off my goatee for better, slinkage, but I don't look like myself if I don't have facial hair. So I don't. Uh, but it does mean some mornings, especially if I am sleeping just right on the side, I tend to sleep with my hand cocked back here. That means the top of my hand rests on the bottom of the mask support. And then, this hand's usually cocked or down in a low guard. And yes, I do mean that literally. I sleep in a guarded position. That tells you a lot about my life. But no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just the mask getting dings. It means I'm probably a little dehydrated, which with the cold sneaks up. Happy Friday, Cindy Koepp. How are you doing, my dear? Cindy is just a wonder. If you don't happen to know her well, you need to. This woman writes and creates and has done comics and is just brilliant lady. Oof. Hey, Cindy. Waves. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Cindy. People with hypermobility often have voice problems too. I did not know that. I know that I had GERD and my whole throat is basically scarred, and I took several sword strikes to the throat from an aggressive instructor who shall not be named that I unfortunately regularly encountered on the field later and did not believe in calibration. That actually knocked me out of some of my singing range. But I did not know hypermobility issues have voice problems, but it does make a good deal of sense. Thank you. And speaking of hypermobility issues, woohoo, we're in braces. I was cleaning up my house, and I kept finding braces for the different problems I've had that I've mostly shored up. If I wore all the braces that I'm supposed to wear, I'd probably look like Iron Man. Or Mantis, for those of you who know. Hi, Cindy. And Cindy's giving the plug for this show. Very true. And she's giving the plug for my channel at YouTube, youtube.com/@Nicholas Tockert. I'm also on Kick, I believe, Nicholas Tockert, and Twitch, NickT_artist, because I've been there longer. Nick's going down a few octaves. It happens sometimes. And unfortunately, the combination of my voice dropping a few octaves randomly and the fact that as I age, I've developed wrinkles on my forehead right here means Xander very often thinks that I am angry at him when I am not of late, which has led to some very interesting miscommunications. Yeah, we're going there. Apparently, she's already released a single, Dawn, and the response has been pretty much meh. Well, it happens. I live with Ted. If anyone wants to know about current European metal, he is the encyclopedia. Well, I forgot that about Ted. So I bet he could understand the music that's in my head. When Donna's fave group was singing, and we were in the live audience, the bass hit the lowest note in Elvira as he knelt. You could see the wave as it vibrated up the rows of appreciation. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And Cindy Koepp says, keep your eyes to the skies during a melee to battle Haints and Hellfire with small arms provided by the Whisperer. The Whisperer is a short story. It is a sample taken from I want to say, Through the Thinning Veil. And is one of the more horrific things I've ever written. And as you guys are good and dutiful friends and good and dutiful fans, and as the holiday season does include tales of the glories and scary ghost stories, I will tell you, The Whisperer is based on a very Lovecraftian nightmare I had that was hyper realistic and quite haunting. It is on sale only through Amazon as a ebook for like 99 cents. It is because that's as cheap as they would let me do it. It is a very, very short read, but a very, very disturbing one. If you want to buy it in book form, it is one of the stories within Through the Thinning Veil, Volume 1. I do recommend it, actually, if you want something uneasy. Because, let's be honest, that's where a lot of my writing lives. Help Nick be safely dangerous. Patreon.com/the Historic Fencing Guild. Guys, thank you so much for the Patreon support. It means the world to me. I am in the process of saving up to redo my gear again because my masks were consumed, basically. As is my luck, we had a mouse incursion, and they nested in my armor bag. And we didn't realize that till they had basically eaten the liner of my good mask, and my old mask showed signs of rust and simply needing to be retired. So I will be investing in a mask, because if I don't very soon, it would be unhealthy for my health. Tune into the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7 p.m. Yes, we'll be discussing a great many things. Find Nick art at deviantart.com/NickT. There's something about those true bass voices. Indeed, there really is. I totally understand that. Yeah, boom. My family, my father and my middle brother especially, are somewhere among around the sound of a foghorn mixed with gravel. It is low. Not quite true basso profundo, but it's down there. Not something I've always been a tenor. Something I have endured no small amount of ribbing for. Now, who knows what I am? My singing is not something I do very often, and not something I should admit. Get your own irreverent holiday humor at Amazon.com/store/Brian K. Morris. Yes, in the early mornings, my voice is low baritone, reaches the bass range. Later in the day, it stays baritone. It is a wonderful. Raul Cruz does much more than Animal Eye. RaulCruz.art. He's an amazing artist. And email Nick. Oh no. Okay, one moment. I will run a ad while I check this email situation, and we'll do Foxy. Actually, let's not. Let's do this. I'll run Foxy's list. To Grimm, I should be mature. I should simply nod and smile, but those who know me know I'm incapable of such things. Instead, I will say, 1, trading up, and 2, to a Malfoy? Grim, you make me tired all over. But I love you, kiddo. And, oh my goodness. What, are we supposed to email to Nick Grimm? Hello. And I'm out of time. Bye, Cindy. No, Carly needs to check it. LOL. Ta-ta for now. Just teasing. See you tonight. Voice goes gravelly. Green room ready, Carl. Yay. See you, Cindy. And I made that joke when I first met him. Yeah. I'm sure you did. Just be good. Be careful. Don't get caught. You're an adult now. Run with it. You know who else is an adult who makes you need to be careful?
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty. And Carl says, I have coin. Wow, ending the stream on time today? I think so. I think I'm going to actually be, unless a major event or rant comes up, someone tries to hit my buttons on, silliness like what is my spiciest take or whatever, which I don't think I should do because it could offend, and I don't want to get bothered, more than I have to. Yeah, I think I will be wrapping up pretty soon right now. I do have some more ads to run though, and I'll give you guys a chance to decide if I'm wrapping up or if there's something else major that needs to be discussed. And Charcoal reminded me about cat lunch. Today they all get to eat upstairs for the warmth. Well, that's nice of you. And you know who else is really quite nice?
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
That's right, folks. We're going to get out there and let you art. We're going to write and we're going to draw and we're going to create, because as long as you do, as long as you make something, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you and you should too. And I will be back at 8 o'clock here on Twitch and Kick and on the Independent Creator Directory. And I will be on the Historical Fencing Guild channel for my personal YouTube. Beyond that, guys, stay warm out there, okay? I love you and you should too. Toodles.